Hey, welcome everyone. This is daily news analysis of Hindu and PIB of 19th August. Okay, let's see what are the important article of today. In Rhino country, a division to boost conservation efficiency. Okay, it is the news, and the gist of the news here it is from August 14. The Kaziranga National Park has been split into Eastern Assam and Bishanath division with the Brahmaputra coming between. Okay, this is the gist of the news. You don't need to go through the news, but make sure that you are reading these points about KNP and Brahmaputra. So let's study about KNP. It is a national park in the Golaghat and Nagaon district of the state of Assam. Okay, it is a World Heritage Site since 1985. Remember, it is a World Heritage Site since 1985. The sanctuary hosts two-thirds of the world great one-horned rhinoceros. Okay, rhinos are listed as vulnerable to the IUCN Red List of threatened species. Okay, and here there's other information about Kaziranga National Park. This is about tigers, fauna, important bird areas and flora. Okay, so let's study about tigers. Kaziranga is home to highest density of tigers among protected areas in the world and was declared a tiger reserve in 2006. Remember these things. And fauna, the park is home to large breeding population of elephants, wild water buffalo and swarm deer. These are the other fauna exist in the national park. An important birdlife area, Kaziranga is recognized as an important birdlife area by BirdLife International. This is an international organization for conservation of birds, remember. And there was a question in preliminary examination from this international organization. And the flora of this national park, Kaziranga is a vast expanses to all elephant grass marshlands and dense tropical moist broadleaf forest and crossed by four major rivers including Brahmaputra. Okay, remember, crossed by four major rivers including Brahmaputra. The park celebrated its centennial in 2005 after its establishment in 1905 as a reserve forest. Now we will read about the river Brahmaputra. Okay, let's see. The mighty Brahmaputra river, which is one of the largest rivers in the world, is known by different names based on the region it flows through. Okay, remember, in Hindi, Brahmaputra literally means the son of Brahma. Okay, it is also known as Sangpo in purifying Tibetan. Okay, it is a transboundary river and one of the most important rivers of India. The Brahmaputra river usually include the Tista, Subarnashiri, Sangpo and Jamuna, Bangladesh, which is not the same as Yamuna of India. Remember, rivers in India are considered feminine. Okay, we all know rivers are considered feminine, but and also named so, but Brahmaputra is considered a main river based on many mythological stories associated with it. However, the masculinity ends when it reaches Bangladesh and it gives a feminine name Meghna. Remember, and Brahmaputra river has its source in southwest Tibet. It flows there with the name of Sangpo River. In Tibet, its name is Sangpo. The river runs across South Tibet to penetrate Himalayan mountain ranges in huge canyons and subsequently in Arunachal Pradesh, where it is known as Dihang. Remember, where it is known as Dihang. And the river runs to the southwest across the Assam basin as Brahmaputra. Okay, in Assam basin it is known as Brahmaputra and towards the south through Bangladesh as the Jamuna. Okay, in this territory it fuses with Ganga to create huge delta which is known as Sundarbans. The overall length of the Brahmaputra river is approximately 1800 miles, near about 2,900 km. The river is a major resource for shipping and water supply. Okay, the upper root course of the river was not known for an extensive period of time, and it was believed to source from Chemayumdung Glacier only after geographical expedition in 1884 and 1886 was it known that Angsi Glacier in Tibet Autonomous Region was the source of Brahmaputra. On many occasions, the river is named as Sangpo Brahmaputra River. The Brahmaputra River collectively refers to the Brahmaputra and its major tributaries such as Tista, Subarnashiri, Sangpo and Jamuna. Remember the name of the tributaries of Brahma and where it is known as Dihang and where it is known as Sangpo. Remember these things, okay, about the Brahmaputra. Now let's see the next article of today. This is Modi recalls Annan role in pushing development goals. Okay, Annan pushed for UNC from reform, says diplomat. So, from this article, we will read about United Nations Security Council, and about Kofi Annan, who is he. Okay, so let's study United Nations Security Council. United Nations Security Council is one of the six main organs of United Nations. The main responsibility of UNSC is to maintain international peace and security. Along with it, developing friendly relation among nations to cooperate in solving international problems and to be a center for harmonizing the action of nations are the other key functions of UNSC. Okay, the UNSC has its headquarters in New York. Its headquarters is in New York, and all the members must have one of the representatives stationed there at all times so that the council can meet in case of emergency. Okay, the UNSC has 15 members in all. Remember, it has 15 members in all, 5 permanent members with veto power. Okay, and 10 non-permanent members. Let's see what are the five. Who are the 5 permanent members? They are China, France, Russian Federation, the UK and USA. They are the permanent member of the organization, and the 10 non-permanent members are elected for 2 years terms by General Assembly. They are elected by General Assembly for a term of 2 years. Remember these things. And the resolution passed by the UNSC are enforced by UN peacekeepers. Now the question is, what is UN peacekeepers? Okay, here it is. Member states provide military forces voluntarily, and these constitute the peacekeepers. The presidency of the Security Council is held by each of the members for 1 month, generally alphabetical order of the names of the member state in this criteria. Okay, now India's position in this council. India is seeking permanent membership of the UN Security Council, and United States, Britain and France have extended their support. Negotiation to expand the most powerful wing of the world body begins in November. India also desires to become a member of 4 export control regime, including nuclear supply group NSG and missile technology control regime. It is also pushing for reforms in the 70th year of United Nations. This is about UNSC. Okay, now let's see, or let's study about Kofi Annan. Okay, here it is. Kofi Annan was the seventh Secretary General of the United Nations, and is the founder and chair of the Kofi Annan Foundation. Okay. Now in 2000, another information about him. In 2001, he and the United Nations were jointly awarded Nobel Prize for Peace. Remember, Kofi Annan was awarded Nobel Prize for Peace in 2001. Kofi Annan joined the UN system in 1962 as an administrative and budget officer with the World Health Organization in Geneva. Okay, he later served as Economic Commission for Africa in Addis Ababa, the UN Emergency Force in Somalia, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees in Geneva, and the various senior posts in the New York dealing with the human resources, budget, finance, and staff security. It is his early career. Okay, and now let's see other information about Kofi Annan. Kofi Annan facilitated the repatriation from Iraq more than 900 international staff and non-Iraqi nationals, and also served as special representative of the Secretary General to the former Yugoslavia and special envoy to NATO. Okay, in 1995 and 1996. Recently, today, in Saturday, he passed away. That is why the news came and read about him. Okay, now the next article, that is, it is from PIB, Ease of Living Index of Ministry of Home and Urban Affairs, covers large Delhi urban agglomeration of around 1488 square kilometers, comprising the municipal corporation limits of East, South, and North, and New Delhi. Okay, there has been a debate in public domain related to the ranking of Mumbai and Delhi between Ease of Living Index of the Ministry of Housing Affairs, and released on 13th August 2018, and Global Livability Index released by Economist Intelligence Unit on 14th August. And there was a debate between them. The reason for the debate primarily centered around the fact, while Greater Mumbai 117 ranked below Delhi 112 in the Global Livability Index of the EU, the ranks of the two cities were in the reverse order, 3 and 65, means Mumbai ranked 3 on the Ease of Living Index, and Delhi ranked 65 in the Ease of Living Index. Here you can see that. So it is the main cause of debate. Okay, and also by reading this article, we came to know that the Global Livability Index published by EIU and Ease of Living Index published by Ministry of Home and Urban Affairs. Now let's see. Ease of Living Index, Ministry of Home Affairs looks at Delhi as not only New Delhi but an urban agglomeration of around 1488 square kilometers, comprising the municipal corporation limits of East, South, North, and New Delhi. And Global Livability Index looks at New Delhi only. Okay, hence the geographical area and the population covered for Delhi is different in both the indices and not comparable as such. Okay, also there are different criteria with different weightage in both the indices. Every city has been assigned a rating of relative comfort over 30 qualitative and quantitative factors in 5 broad categories, namely stability, healthcare, cultural and environmental, education and infrastructure, and in the Global Livability Index. Okay, whereas in the Ease of Living Index, a total of 78 indicators, 56 core indicators, 22 supportive indicators, 15 thematic categories, namely governance, identity and culture, education, health, security, economy, affordable housing, land planning, public open spaces, transportation mobility, assured water supply, wastewater management, solid waste management, power, and quality of environment are part of the Ease of Living Index. these 15 categories are then bracketed into 4 plus: institutional, social, economic and physical. Okay, a careful look at the various indicators covered under both the indices clearly shows that there are very few points of convergence, and these can be ascribed to the different methodologies and largely to the different backgrounds in which both the indices are prepared. Okay, and the last one of this video, National Statistics Commission. The National Statistics Commission constitutes a committee on real sector statistics under the chairmanship of Dr. Sudeep Tomunle in April 2017 for improvement and modernization of real sector. Okay, and the committee submitted its reports to the NSC in July 2018. Chapter 5 of the report discusses alternative approaches for converting the old GDP series to new base year 2011-12. It present it presents estimates of the old series of GDP and other macroeconomic aggregates converted to the new base year 2011-12 for the period 1993-1994 to 2013 to 2014 based on one of the approaches. Okay, let's see what are the recommendation of the committee. The estimates of GVA and GDP prepared by CSO using its methodology for the period of 2004 and 5 to 2011-12 may be considered by NSC as when they are approved by the Advisory Committee of National Account Statistics. The NSC could also consider initiating an exercise to project forward the GDP series based on the old methodology with 2004 and 5 as base up to say 2014-15 and adjust to the new base year 2011-12 based on comparison with the new series. Okay, meanwhile the estimates growth of the domestic product and other related aggregates for the period 1993 and 1994 to 2013-14 using the production shift method are being presented to the NSC for consideration. Now we'll study about the information about NSC, National Statistics Commission's Government of India through a resolution dated 1st June 2005 set up the National Statistics Commission. The setting up of the commission followed the decision of the cabinet to accept the recommendation of Rangarajan Commission, which reviewed the Indian statistical system in 2001. The NSC was constituted with effect from 12th July 2006, a mandate to evolve policies, priorities and standards in statistical matters. The NSC has 4 members beside a chairperson, each having specialization in experience in specified field. Okay, so this is today's news, guys, today's analysis. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Do subscribe to our channel. Thank you.